Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on 2nd down, Moran. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Moran. And he comes back with one complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep to return is Cyrus Jones. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Bring the energy. Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Moran. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Moran. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Christian Covington in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Throwing on 3rd and long. Moran. And complete to Zach Ertz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Powers through him, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. That's his longest run of the first quarter, and Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage,
He's got a man complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Cousins, eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Flush to his right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And this one is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Back to throw. Moran. Ertz has it left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moran. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Moran. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Moran. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Detroit!
From the gun, Moran being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
It's caught. Shepard. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
To throw is Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down. Here's Cousins. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford. But first, this timeout. Cousins now from the 50. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Moran. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Christian Covington in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Watch him now, Barney!
From the gun, Moran. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
The Lions on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go! Green!
And they'll run it here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's see what they have dialed up. Cousins on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We're going. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly? And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
Cousins to throw it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing is Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
That grounding call could very well doom this drive. We'll see. They'll try again here, 3rd and goal. Cousins now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Now let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Looking to throw. Moran. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Christian Covington. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. Moran. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
This is Gallman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Second down, Cousins. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and that'll make it third down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down, Moran forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nick Bawden, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, Cousins. Looking for Shepard deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 47 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. In for the score. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had two previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Moran eluding the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 30.
Throwing again, Moran. To the right and complete to Galladay. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Watch him now, Barney. Detroit!
Operating from the gun, Moran. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, Moran. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Moran. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
They're all through now in that game in Tampa. And it was the Bucs coming away victorious there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Looking to throw. Moran buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw on second down. Moran dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Moran out to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence.
And the ball is knocked out. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Giants, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire